Hey folks, Dave Yarnell here. I just started a new Facebook channel called Forgotten Strength Secrets, which is named after the Facebook page of the same name. The Facebook page has been around for about 11 years, has at least close to 10,000 followers. And of course, tell by the name, it's based on mostly old school lifting stuff. I post pictures of old school greats, sometimes excerpts of articles. I talk about my books. I really don't talk about my books all that much, considering I have like 13 books out there. I'll show you a few right here. That's local stuff. It was mostly around my club that I used to belong to, Twin City Barbell, called Coal Steel and Iron, Pennsylvania's Golden Triangle of Strength. So it was about my club. My club's been around for, geez, like 100 years. Club I used to belong to, at least, and a lot of other local people from Pennsy and Ohio and stuff like that. And then there's this one, which is probably my most popular book, which I just did a preview video and popped that up the other day. And I also just did a preview of this one, Old School Back Training Bible. This is the biggest book I ever did and most comprehensive. And you can see it's got kind of a generic old school strength training secrets Bible. So it covers a lot. And as you can see, it's pretty thick. This is my copy that's been around a little bit. That is, and this is the proof copy, so I had this for a while. 588 pages, so quite a bit. And I'll do a in-depth preview on this one too eventually. I'm not going to get into all that now. This is one of the smaller ones, and it's mostly illustrations out of old school magazines, which I thought were cool. And of course, it's not just illustrations; it describes the exercises. So it's just like it says, it's the illustrated old school muscle building secrets manual. That one's a little cheaper, a little less content, but even that has it's a decent amount of stuff in there. That's just under 200 pages, so that's not bad. And I started out way back with Forgotten Secrets of the Old Time Strongman, which was a little bit smaller book, and it was about the really old school guys like Sandow and then those kind of cats. But I always was fascinated with the old school, especially like the guys like Sandow and them, because it's like, how did they get as strong as they did, and the physiques that they did before the days of steroids was kind of what got me interested in the whole idea. And then when I started researching and getting into it, I have tons of old magazines, mostly that I got from eBay. I'm going to switch back to me. I started writing these series of books, like the Forgotten Secrets of, and so it's been various things. I had King Squat Rise to Power was the one that was the last one before Forgotten Secrets of the Culver City guys, and that was the Culver City book is probably my most popular. Louis Simmons, who unfortunately passed away recently, was pretty much a fan of the book. He bought quite a few copies from me. He bought a couple other books. I have another one called Great Men, Great Gyms of the Golden Era. He bought some of those, and that talks about all the old, really cool, not all, but quite a, it's about the original Gold's Gym out in California, the Dungeon, a lot of California stuff. The Dungeon was an old school gym in California. Muscle Beach, Zoovers, and I've gotten to be friends with Bob Zoover Jr. He's a good dude, and I was friends with his mother before she passed. Got an autographed copy of her one book. But, she was an author. She was an exercise trainer. and in really good shape, and just a really nice person. And I got a lot of info about Zoovers, emails from her, and the Zoovers actually, back in the day, made a lot of the equipment for the World's Strongest Man contests, and then they have the Zoovers plates, which were, custom made, and they go up to 200-pound plates, which is pretty crazy. My friend Richard Soren is a collector, and I know he has some of those, and they go for a good buck, and there's only so many around. So I talk about collections of old school magazines and old school equipment, and I was a power lifter myself. I mean, nothing really special. I was a mediocre power lifter. But I just wanted to put like this kind of intro video together about this new page. The other videos that are previews of the books are obviously longer, they're like 20 minutes, especially on these bigger books. And I wanted them to be that way because we get inside the books, goes through the pages and stuff like that. But we're gonna probably be good friends with Vince Anello, who's one of the best deadlifters in history. First guy to do over 800, weighing under 200. So I'm probably gonna do some like interviews of guys like him, and quite a few other friends that are into lifting, some greats of the past, and some guys that are just collectors and followers. And so I started to say, I'm also an admin at Builders and Lifters, which is got about 118,000 followers, so that's a pretty cool site. It's Muscle Builder Power / Builders and Lifters. They used to have a website, but the website's been down for a while, and we're talking about getting one back up. But right now, it's kind of just a big Facebook group, and we have people from all over the world on that site, and it covers everything from CrossFit, Olympic lifting, strongman, powerlifting, bodybuilding. And I do the same thing on my Forgotten Strength Secrets page. I don't cater to, even though I'm a powerlifter. And obviously that's my favorite genre of the iron sports. I like bodybuilding. I follow bodybuilding. More so the old school stuff than the more recent Mr. Olympias and stuff. But I get into all that stuff. And then, CrossFit and running and boxing and MMA and you name it. So that's pretty much what this page, this Forgotten Strength Secrets page, is going to be. It's going to be old school stuff, mostly focused, but we don't stop there. It's going to talk about new stuff and training methods. And if you have any requests for stuff you'd like to see, you can hit me up at the Forgotten Strength page. Or Muscle Builder Power page, and say, hey, I'd like to see XYZ, and we may well go there. All right, so I'm not going to bore you anymore. I just wanted to make a little intro for this new page. Please subscribe, it'll help me out, and we'll see where it goes. Thanks.